Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. Yeah, man, I got a show for you guys today. Welcome to the True Crime and Strategic, guys. Now, this is a late night show, guys, so I got to do something special for you guys. So first of all, we're going to be doing part 5 of our Stephan STERNS Jailhouse Phone Call series. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be a short show. I think we only got one call left on Plunder's video, and then the last call or calls are going to be on her Patreon. We're not going to go to the Patreon tonight. We're going to finish out what's here. I think there might just be 1 or 2 calls. We're going to finish it out. Then part 6 will be the Patreon. One of the reasons why is I can't be here for 2 hours, guys, because honestly, I've been working all day. I just drank a Celsius. I'm operating off a straight adrenaline out of a can. And then I got to go to bed and get up at 5 in the morning again tomorrow. So I'm doing this out of a labor of love because I love you guys. And I know you guys are waiting for this series to be concluded. And I just don't want you guys to have to wait a week for me to do it. I want to get it done this week. So we're doing double duty. We're going to work. We're busting that out. And then we're coming here in the nighttime after doing like 15, 16 hours of overtime. We're coming in here. And we're going to be busting out this bad boy right here. So I appreciate you guys for your patience, showing love the whole 9. And I got something special for you guys because you guys are joining me on a late night. This is not when we usually do our live streams. When I look at my metrics, my audience is not watching YouTube at this time. My audience watches YouTube between 12 and 6 p.m. So for you late night owls who are taking the time to show me some love and spend time with me, I got something special for you. Oh yeah, something real special for you. We're going to be giving away a bag of barrel root beer candy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. And guess what? I got 2 bags, one for me and one for you. So before we even get started on this, I want to see why Stephan STERNS loves this so much. Because, you know, when you are in law enforcement, when you're a detective, and for those of you who are just joining the show for the first time, I'm a sex crimes detective. Sometimes I got to get in the head of my subjects. I got to profile them. Now, I'm not a profiler. I'm a sex crimes detective. I'm a hunter. Okay, the profilers, they're like the guys in the back. They're like your intel squad. Now, I'm a hunter. I'm on the front lines, and I'm hunting your pedophile butt down, right? But I still got to do a little profiling myself. So we got to get into the mind of this beast, this Stephan STERNS beast. And one of the way we're going to do that is we're going to taste this barrel root beer candy. What is this? This is called Dad's Old-Fashioned Root Beer Candy. Let's see why Stephan STERNS likes this so much. Let's get a taste of this. Somebody's like, no, don't do it. Well, you're probably going to win the root beer candy. Oh, it's nasty. I don't like it. It tastes like root beer. I'm not really a big root beer fan. I mean, I'll drink some root beer every now and then, but I'm not a big root beer fan. Like, this definitely tastes like root beer. That's probably why he's drinking it. Like, he doesn't want to buy the can of root beer, so he just sucks on the barrel root beer candy. Anyway, some lucky dude or dudette is going to win a bag of barrel root beer candy. So we're going to see how we're going to work this out, okay? I have no idea how we're going to work it out, but we're going to find out a way to work it out. Man, we may not even be able to do it this show because I got to set it up, and I didn't set nothing up. But we'll work it out. So anyway, big shout out to every guys who's joining me today. I appreciate you guys immensely. You guys are great. Big shout out to, who was it? Joyous N with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, thanks for being you. And I appreciate you for watching, for appreciating me and watching me and showing me the love that you show, and for breaking bread with me, man. That was very kind of you. Somebody else sent me a super chat. I want to show them some love too. Let's see what we got here. First of all, we got a new member, Entree Envy. You got to be Jamaican with a name like that. Has now joined us as a recruit member. And better than you with a $1.99 super chat. Says, strategic, we stay on that arse. That's what I'm talking about. We on the arse, Stephan STERNS. We ain't playing. Now, I got to eat this like Stephan STERNS. Like, hey, doing? Yeah, Dad. Mommy. Jesus, Mommy. Mommy, Jesus. By the way, send me some money. I need $50 on my commissary. And Jesus loves me, yes, and Jesus forgives me for all my sins that I committed against Maddie. Oh, yeah. So, Stephens, what time did you find her body? Um, um, yeah, it was like around 11 o'clock at the break of dawn on the third stroke of the cuckoo bird. I saw Maddie inside of the room. That's exactly how Stephan STERNS talks, man. That guy is whacked out, and I have no idea how anybody even attempted to build a life with that crazy person. But anyway, let me get this barrel root beer candy out my mouth. It's going to be a little nasty. I'm going in my mouth now. Ugh. It's not the worst thing on the planet. It is candy at the end of the day, and I'm not a big candy guy, but it's definitely not something that I would be worshiping the way Stephan STERNS seems to worship the barrel root beer candy in those jail phone calls. Anyway, guys, we're going to get started. Like I said, I can't give you a 2-hour show. We're already 5 minutes in. Let's do our spiel so that we let YouTube know that we are doing this for educational purposes. Now, listen, guys, I'm alive and I'm a crazy guy, okay? So I'm going to have energy. I'm going to be animated. I'm going to tell dark humor because that's who I am, but we're never going to take away from the fact that we're talking about a heavy topic. We're talking about a little angel who unfortunately was unalived and removed from us in an untimely manner by a very horrible person. We're talking true crime right now, okay? And so we're going to be going through this from an educational perspective. What gives me, the guy who sometimes is very serious, very angry, and sometimes very lighthearted and joking, the ability to talk about this topic? Well, it's 18 and a half years and counting of law enforcement experience, working specifically for the most of my career in a sex crimes investigator capacity. For multiple agencies, I've always found my way back to being a sex crimes investigator. And now in my last stop, I believe this is going to be my last stop. I'm getting up there in age and I'm getting up there in career. I found myself back into sex crimes as a sex crimes detective. Out of 18 and a half years, I've spent 14 years of that 18 and a half law enforcement career as a sex crimes detective, and it is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I have to say, I'm honored that the good Lord allowed me to find my passion and find my calling. So I'm using that 18 and a half years of experience and counting to evaluate these jail calls and give you my perspective with that law enforcement experience and background. I have a bachelor's degree. I have extensive training, crime scene technician, fingerprint examination, interrogation training, various trainings that I've picked up along the way that informs me and helps me, once again, evaluate these true crime topics. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not make content for children. Viewer discretion is advised. All of our content is for educational purposes, and all of our content is for 18 and up. And lastly, even though we make 18 and up content, we're going to try our best to be respectful to the topic, to be respectful to the victims, and to, at times, not be respectful to the pedophiles, because they are the last people that deserve our respect. But other than that, guys, appreciate you for joining me tonight and going on this journey with me. Let's get started.
Thank you for using IC Solutions. Press 1 for English. The time is 9:19 p.m.
Hello?
No expense to you from
Stephan STERNS,
an inmate at
Osceola County Corrections Department.
To accept this call, press or say 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this call and all future calls, press or say 9.
5.
Yeah, she got a lot of dogs in there. I'm stopping it just to ask you guys, please hit that like button. That's the only thing I didn't say in that long preamble. So I forgot to say, if you're watching this for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. And guys, please hit that like button so we can get into the algorithm, especially on a late night show like this, where most of our audience is probably sleeping. We need that support even more so we can get into that algorithm. Let's keep going.
Hello, you have a call at no expense to you from... This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin.
I got it. Hey, Stephan. Hey. You called and the phone just flashed a call coming in and then it just hung up.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, I figured I'd try mom after I tried you 3 times, so.
Yeah.
Oh, how you guys doing?
So what are you up to?
Not much. I got a late start at calling you this evening, so I'm probably only going to get the 1 call.
Well, where have you been all week?
Well, I mean, I've been here, so.
I know that, but if you always call, you could get access to the phone.
I've been mostly sleeping the days and nights away. I've been feeling so tired lately.
Okay.
He definitely sounds very somber now. I don't know if he's putting that act on once again to manipulate his parents, because we've seen a lot of that. Stephan STERNS is king at manipulating them to basically pay for his lifestyle in prison. So, but I do see like it's starting to wear down on him, and understand like we're heading towards the ends of these calls. This is like the end of his 3-month term with this volley of calls. So he's been in there for a while now. I think it's kind of starting to wear down on him. Big shout out to everybody who's watching. Big shout out to A Obsidian with 5 gift memberships. So if you got a free gift membership from A Obsidian, please do thank her. That's the right thing to do. And Baby Boysenberry is now a recruit member. Welcome, guys. But back to Stephan's. He sounds very somber. Let's see if that changes. Let's see if it's natural. Let's see if it's manipulative. Let's get it.
What's that?
I said, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. How are you guys holding up?
We're good. Same old, same old.
Well, no, we're balls to the wall getting ready because she's having 8 puppies.
Balls to the walls.
Oh, wow, okay.
I mean, you know what? She is a military person.
Wow, that is,
Cut her some slack.
If we write you a note, can you come over and help?
What's that?
If we write you a note, can you come over and help?
Oh, that'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little while back, some of the nurses or officers were talking to each other like, let's just take the day off today. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. You know what, guys? Let's all just take the day off today and come back tomorrow.
That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They save so much money if they just put everybody in ankle bracelets and let them go home.
Wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop it that quickly. But when people show an immense amount of support to the channel, we got to stop it and show love. Big shout out to DP with a $5 super chat. Says, nearly in bed, but just wanted to drop some membership in solidarity. And then DP went and dropped 10 gift memberships. 10 free gift memberships to 10 lucky people inside of the chat. Please do thank DP for her generosity. That was not cheap. That is expensive. You are appreciated, DP. Let's keep going.
Well, that would be counterproductive because they want people to suffer.
So you're going to suffer enough once you go to prison, but if you're just in jail waiting trial, I don't know why you can't be on an ankle bracelet and come home.
Because suffer.
Suffer, okay. So we suffer too. We suffer right along with you.
Yeah. If I went home, that'd be, too tempting for me to do something and not go to trial, probably. So they want to make sure that they have their eyes on me at all times.
Well, then why is it in a bracelet? That's not it.
But, it's fine. I wouldn't waste too much energy having any sort of grudge or hurt feelings against her. She's suffering, too, in her own way, so.
Wait, is he talking about Jen right now? Let's bring it back a little bit. This will make these videos last so long. I'm always going backwards, but we're evaluating it together. But it sounds like he's talking about Jen. This is deep. I gotta digest this. Let's do it.
Let him go home.
Well, that would be counterproductive because they want people to suffer.
So you're going to suffer enough once you go to prison, but if you're just in jail waiting trial, I don't know why you can't be on an ankle bracelet and come home.
Because suffer.
Suffer, okay.
So his mother is asking, after he done took an unalived Maddie, and I wish I could just speak the way I want to speak, but we can't do that on YouTube, but whatever. After all he's done to Maddie, his mother wants them to just slap an ankle bracelet on him and let him go home till he goes to trial. I mean, is she making this stuff up? Is she serious? Seriously. Like, is she serious, or is she just saying this to make him feel better? If she's just being a mom and saying these things to make him feel better, then who am I to judge? Okay, that's what she wants to do. But if she really feels this way, this is ridiculousness. It's like she does not care about what he did. She only cares about him. Everything else doesn't matter. Why can't they just slap an ankle bracelet on you and send you home? Unbelievable.
Suffer too. We suffer right along with you.
Yeah, yeah. If I
And
went
then
home,
woe is me. We're suffering right along with you. What about the suffering of Maddie? What about that? What about the suffering of Maddie's grandparents, her biological grandparents who loved her? Because obviously these folks didn't love Maddie the way that they just dismiss her demise and they prioritize Stephan STERNS' feelings. What about those people? What about the whole community? What about everybody who cares about this topic and covers it? How this has affected people all over the world. There are people from all over the world in this chat right now at this very moment interested in Madeline Soto because of what Stephan STERNS did to her. None of it matters. All that matters is, woe is me. My feelings is hurt because I raised a pedophile and my pedophile got caught and now my pedophile is facing the music for all the terrible things that he did to society. Woe is me. Woe is us. Screw everybody else. Makes no sense to me.
home, that'd be, too tempting for me to do something and not go to trial, probably. So they want to make sure that they have their eyes on me at all times.
Well, then why is it in a bracelet?
But, it's like, I wouldn't waste too much energy having any sort of grudge or hurt feelings against her. She's suffering too. And
I
her.
got to go back. I missed that again. And I forgot to say, big shout out to Plunder. We're using Plunder's video. You got to give credit to people when you use their stuff. I'm big on that. I don't know why people don't do it. You use other people's material, you give them credit. So we're using Plunder's video. And if you want to go check it out without my commentary, go to Plunder's website. I mean, her YouTube. And if you want to see it raw version, go to her Patreon and subscribe, and you'll be able to get these audios raw. Let me go back because I think he's talking about Jen Soto. We're at 224. Let's go back to 22.
I've been feeling so tired lately.
Okay.
What's that?
I said, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. How are you guys holding up?
Well, good. Same old, same old.
Well, no, we're balls to the wall getting ready because she's having 8 puppies.
Oh, wow, okay. Wow, that is,
If we write you a note, can you come over and help?
what's that?
If we write you a note, can you come over and help?
Oh, that'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little while back, some of the nurses or officers were talking to each other like, let's just take the day off today. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. You know what, guys? Let's all just take the day off today and come back tomorrow.
That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They save so much money if they just put everybody in ankle bracelets and let them go home.
Well, that would be counterproductive because they want people to suffer.
Okay.
So you're going to suffer enough once you go to prison, but if you're just in jail waiting trial, I don't know why you can't be on an ankle bracelet and come home.
Because suffer.
Suffer. Okay. So we suffer too. We suffer right along with you.
Yeah. If I went home, that'd be, too tempting for me to do something and not go to trial, probably.
So it sounds like he's talking about the ultimate crime against yourself. He said if he went home, it'd be too tempting for him to do something and not go to trial. I think we probably get you could look at it 2 different ways. I think we know he's talking about, I don't want to say it because that would instantly mess with the stream. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Going off the count, taking himself off the count. There we go. That's how you say it. That's how we say it in the prison system when I used to work in corrections. It's called taking yourself off the count. Because the count is when you count the inmates and you took yourself off the count. Whatever. You guys get it. But I think he'd also be too tempted to go take his dirty little fingers and try and fiddle with some other juvies out there. But he's basically talking about taking himself off the count. It'd be too tempting for him to do that if he was out free with an ankle bracelet, because the notion of having to probably go back into prison after he's convicted would just be too much for him to take. There's very interesting stuff here. Before we jump back into this, let me go ahead and thank somebody who is supporting the channel. Big shout out to Emma Louise with a $14.99 super chat. Says, Yahoo, I made a live. Love your work, Strategic 100. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. And Rosie Rose 80 with a $4.99 super chat says, I made it. I put the kids to sleep. Ready for my strategic eye. Wow. Thank you so much, man. I'm so heartened that I kind of making an impact on people, that people actually look forward to listening to me and watching my show. You guys got to know that means a lot to me. I'm not one of those people that think I'm entitled to your time or I'm the greatest presenter and you need to watch me. Nah, man. I think, like, what do they see in me? Like, I think I'm corny, man, and I just think I'm just a regular Joe with a mic. That's it. But I really do appreciate it, and I never take it for granted that you guys want to spend time with me, and I appreciate you immensely, man. Thank you so much, guys. All right, so this is deep stuff here. Let's see where he goes with this.
We want to make sure that they
I mean, he's already going to a dark place. Let's see how dark he goes.
have their eyes on me at all times.
Well, then why is it in a bracelet? That's not it.
But, you know, it's fine. I wouldn't waste too much energy having any sort of grudge or hurt feelings against her. She's suffering too.
I
in
keep
her own
missing
way,
that,
so.
man. I keep missing it. I'm sorry. That's why I keep going because I don't know how they segue into that.
Well, you know, she probably so. They want to make sure that they have their eyes on me at all times.
Well, then why is it in a bracelet?
I think they the reason why I didn't hear the segue is because they redacted it. So I think they say, so why isn't Jen Soto something? But I don't understand what he said about Jen Soto, which then makes what mommy said about Jen Soto, which then makes Stephan STERNS say, well, I think she's suffering enough in her own way. I kept going back because it's like, I don't get why he's saying this about Jen Soto, but it's because they redacted. I couldn't understand it. Let's go.
But, you know, it's fine. I wouldn't waste too much energy having any sort of grudge or hurt feelings against her. She's suffering too in her own way, so.
He's defending her.
You are, sweetheart.
Well, you know, she lost her daughter.
Yeah?
Her whole world was turned upside down too. You know?
And you lost, you know, a wonderful person that you love too.
Yep, but everyone's world got turned upside down by this. No one is having a good time here.
Yeah, Aki checked me. She said, call her Deborah. Don't say mommy. Yeah, my fault. She's like, ew. I'm with you 100%, Aki, on that one. She's Deborah. But isn't this crazy? At this moment right here, Petey file Stephan STERNS horrific unaliver has more grace right now than Deborah STERNS. Did you just notice and internalize that interaction they just had, that back and forth? He showed more grace, more humility than his own mother, and he is the cause of all this pain, yet he's even capable of saying, you know, all right, don't blame me. Basically is what he's saying. Like, come on, she lost her daughter. Listen, we don't defend Jen Soto here. We feel like she's part of the problem, but his mother's acting like he's not the one who did all of this. And the bad guy is the one who's saying, all right, enough, Ma. Come on. Enough, Deborah. Come on. She lost her daughter. Am I the only one that think that's insane? Am I the only one that feels like, shouldn't it be reversed? That we would expect him to be putting the blame on Jen and pretending like Jen was the one who caused all of this, and the mother would be like, but you know, you did do this and you did do that. No, it's reversed. It's reversed. Does that make any sense to you guys? It's reversed, ladies and gentlemen. The bad guy is the one checking his own mother because she's incapable of showing empathy for anybody but her own son. Listen to this.
A wonderful person that you love too.
Yep, but everyone's world got turned upside down by this. No one is having a good time here. Just remember that, you know.
Has she tried to call you, or have you called her?
No. In fact, I'm under a strict no contact order during at least the trial. I'm not legally not supposed to contact her at all.
Okay.
Why? They got like a
I
order
think that's
protection?
pretty much standard operating procedure.
Okay, they must have. If he's saying legally and he's not exaggerating, it's probably because they have some type of order protection against him. I'm not sure. I mean, I would imagine you'd want to order protection if somebody unalived your daughter. But anyway, Blade Runner with a $10 super chat says, love your work. Deborah is a crazy person. And Casey Jones with a $2 super chat says, thank you for helping us. Thank you for helping me create this channel and spread the word of awareness, giving a voice to the voiceless. Thank you so much. Let's keep going.
Man, I'm almost kind of glad you guys aren't able to visit me or haven't come to visit me, because I feel like if you were to see my face, you guys would be a lot more concerned.
Why? Did somebody beat you up?
No, it's hard to get beat up in isolation, but I am very thin and my eyes are sunken in and I've got dark circles under my eyes and I look like hell.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's,
Woe is me, ladies and gentlemen. He's playing the game again.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
He's playing the game, man. He's over here running his game. Oh, I'm so happy you guys haven't come see me, because if you saw me, you would be so concerned for me. He wants the sympathy. He wants the money. I guarantee you he's about to start asking for some money. I don't know. I'm not too sure about it. I haven't listened to this call yet, but he's playing the game. Woe is me. Big shout out to Fuento Fitness with a $3 super sticker. Appreciate you. Let's keep going.
I'm just very drawn and sort of emaciated looking. Even the social workers said, they came and visited me on Monday, and they said it looks like I'd lost more weight. So I have no idea how much I weigh now, but I can see myself getting thinner.
How the funds holding up?
Well, I saw that you put $30 in there the last Friday.
I knew it. I knew they were going to start talking about the money, man. I knew they were going to start talking about the money. What happened? 2 seconds later, they're talking about commissary.
That we talked. I hadn't made any orders since then, though. So I just got the off today and saw that. So as of today, there was $16 left. But I did need to make an order. So actually, if you get a chance, I need to drop about $50 or so in there if you can.
I ordered. Listen, Deborah, Chris Stearns, I know you guys watch the show from time to time. I know you do. I'll probably never hear from you again because I'm very hard on Deborah, and I totally understand. If I was married to a Deborah and there was a Strategic Eyes who's so hard on, I wouldn't talk to Strategic again either. I wouldn't. But I want you to know that my commentary is from a place of logic and love, because you cannot tell me, because you're very intelligent people, that you are not listening to these calls and not feeling the exact same way that I'm feeling. I have faith in you that you would listen to these calls and feel the same way I'm feeling. But that being said, I want to have a real talk conversation with you. Your son is using you.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband, because they've been everybody out here.
Your son is using you. He does not care about you. He is a selfish, P-R-I-C-K. He is a narcissistic individual, and I don't use that word lightly. The whole internet loves to diagnose everybody they don't like as narcissistic. He has proved it. He's homicidally narcissistic. He is using you for your hard-earned money. You are older people on a fixed income, still working, by the way, which you should just be hanging out, chilling in your twilight years. But we know the America we live in. This is not an America that we can ever just sit down anymore. We all got to work until our last dying days. You should not be sending your hard-earned money to this ungrateful child who has betrayed your family name and tarnished you in society. Remember, February 25th of 2024, nobody knew your name. You lived a quiet life with your businesses and your dogs until your son turned your world upside down with his homicidal and peto affliction, dirty deeds, and decisions. Stop supporting him. Anyway, let's keep going.
More coffee, a few more hard candies, some sleeves of saltines, but I needed to get some hygiene items as well, so I got some dandruff shampoo and some washcloths.
Okay. Did you get the books yet?
No. To that effect, Dad, were you ever able to follow up with the people at the mailroom and find out what's going on?
Yeah, we found out that the address that was given us is the wrong address, and so now we have the correct address, and so now we're trying to chase down where the order is so that we can get those books returned and order new books for you.
Really? Damn, what the hell? It was in the inmate handbook. I guess I need to update this stupid inmate handbook. So what, do you have to send the books to this actual address here at the jail?
Yep.
Wait,
Wonderful.
should I send this barrel candy to Stephan STERNS? I mean, seriously, like, should I send him this barrel root beer candy that I bought here? Should I send this to Stephan STERNS and, like, put strategic on it? I think I should do it. I really think, I mean, I'll probably be on, like, Plunder, her next, like, FOIA request. Like, why is strategic on his paperwork? I think I'm going to consider sending this very barrel candy right here to Stephan STERNS. I don't know. Let's keep going. I'm going to think about it.
And they had already returned the Cotta book. So I guess whoever at the other part of the Osceola.
No. I remember we ordered the books. That was the last book I returned.
Oh, okay.
Because I took it to Staples, and then it's, oh no, this isn't us.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Okay, so I guess
Disregard that.
once you get the book sent to this address, they should get through that.
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing we figured that out, I guess. I don't know why they haven't updated this stupid handbook.
Me either.
It's pretty silly. They're handing everybody this thing, and it's got the wrong information.
So I found a file folder that had your operative report from Irvine when they did your kidney, so we're sending that to your attorney.
Okay.
Sarasota Hospital, I still don't have anything on, but apparently since there was a lawsuit and it was finished, we can go through or Rebecca or somebody can go through the Sarasota County Clerk's office to get that complete transcript of that.
Okay.
So they need to jump on that and do that.
Now, guys, if you're new to this channel, we got to be honest with ourselves here. Aki's probably like, don't do it. I would never send a borrow candy. Make sure you tell them. I'm just joking, guys. I'm not sending this guy anything. It's just a joke, okay? We're having a good time. I am not sending Stearns anything. I would love Stearns to let me interview him, though. I mean, I'd fly down to Florida. You know, maybe I'll send him a letter or something like, hey, Stearns, let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this like men, okay? Let's have a conversation. But I'd never send him anything. What was I going to say before Aki put that in my head? Oh, man. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Whatever. Thank you, Aki. You took me out of my train of thought. Anyway, maybe I'll remember it.
That I've got this operative report here that you were going to, you were looking at the Navy.
Yeah.
Oh. If you're new to the channel, I got to toot my own horn, and I apologize for this. But what we hear them talking about right now is the court documents from the accident, the civil lawsuit that they filed against the car owner that ran Stephan STERNS over. I mean, maybe we're exaggerating by saying running him over, but I think they alleged something like that, and it resulted in a TBI. They're really going strong on this TBI defense. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. We were one of the first, if not the first YouTuber to drop a videos in our catalog that said his defense was going to be TBI. Now, how did we know this? Not because we're psychics, not because we're geniuses. We're not geniuses. We're just dumb cops here, okay? That's it. I'm just a dumb cop, all right? It's because of experience. It's because I've heard this 1,000 times before, because it's not the first time somebody tried to blame, oh, I'm on the spectrum, to explain why they're diddling with somebody's kiddos. It's not the first time they said, oh, I got hit in my head playing baseball when I was a kid, and that's why I like looking up people's skirts while they're walking down the street. When you're in this business, you hear these excuses time and time and time and time and time and time again. It's just power to the course. It's like They're affirmative defenses, okay? They always just jump to it, okay? That's what they do, all right? So we said it here first. We said TBI, and now, since we said it months and months and months and months ago, we've been hearing steady streams in every single release. There's always going to be a point where they're starting to give updates and they're talking about this lawsuit, talking about this injury, because it's going to be a very, very important part of the case. It's not going to be a part of the case where it's going to help him become innocent. No, he's not going to be found innocent in this case. It's a mitigating circumstance. It's something they could present to the judge, present to the jury to say, have leniency. Instead of capital punishment, give him life, because this happened to him and he wasn't in his right mind and he wasn't making choice, sound decisions that we expect from other people. It wasn't his fault. He had a mental defect. That's what they're asking for. Leniency through a mitigating circumstance. Now, before we jump back into this, I got to definitely show love to the people who are supporting us. You know, that's a very important part of our show. We show love to people who take the time to support our channel. Some people think it's annoying. Why do you constantly stop and show love to people? Well, because people love me, I'm going to love you back. You take the time to support me, I'm going to acknowledge you because you're important to me. So, big shout out to Rosie Rose 80 with a $1.99 super chat. MG Boots is a recruit member. Jamie MP with a $5 super chat says, Stephan STERNS' voice sounds like one long fart. Probably because he's full of ish. I love it. That's so funny and hilarious. 3GA9 with a $10 super chat says, appreciate you, Strategic. My theory is he knew JS would be knocked out and he wanted some B-Day action. Oh, Lord, this is going down a dark dimension. Let's keep going, though. We like dark corners. Let's see where we go. For himself, no, respectfully dark corners, let's say. We always want to be respectful. But anyway, for himself, now that MS is a, wow, woman, you're going dark, of age now, and she's not of age. She was 13, so she's not of age at all. And he got carried away with the rough play. I hear you. It was worded very darkly. We could word it better, but what you're saying is a viable theory. Absolutely, it's a viable theory. Just word it a little bit more respectfully next time, considering who we're talking about. But I love it. I love the theory. I love the way your mind is working. Good job. Let's keep going. Better Than You with a $5 super chat says, send him the empty wrappers, no candy, with the channel name. I love that. Now you're thinking outside of the box, Better Than You. You got a nice brain on you. Casey Jones with a $5 super chat says, you help give us a voice. Thank you. Justice for Maddie. She's making a difference. Thank you for supporting me and watching the channel. A Obsidian with another 5 gift membership. So thank A Obsidian for another 5 gift membership. You guys are rocking and rolling. There's a lot of people who's going to be experiencing the members area who may not have been able to afford it before. So I always love when people give gift memberships because you're helping out your fellow YouTubers have a chance to experience the membership. And lastly, Tanta 37 with a $5 super chat says, SS has a TBI that was treated at hospital in the same day he didn't get hospitalized. Yeah, we all know it's a bullcrap excuse, but they're going to try. They're definitely going to try. And lastly, Joyous N, well, it's not lastly, but let's keep going. Joyous N with 10 gift memberships. 10 gift memberships. So you guys make sure that you thank Joyous N. People are just getting free memberships today, man. You guys are showing that love. 10 gift memberships. Please do enjoy those 10 gift memberships. And Paula Mess is celebrating 3 months as a patrol member. Says, yes, Strategic. Love you, 100. What's good? What's good with you? I appreciate you. All right, let's get back into this.
And I found your original high school diploma.
Oh, cool.
And your original birth certificate. So you now have 3 here at the house for you.
Oh, well, it's good to have spares.
I just made the deposit for you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I got some more root beer barrels in that order, some Starlight Mints, and I also ordered some butterscotch discs just to change it up a little bit, too.
Whoa.
Oh, I love butterscotch.
I got to buy the butterscotches now. He just said he got his root beer barrel candies. I got my root beers. I'm ready. I'm here with you, Stearns. I got the root beer barrel candies, but then he said he got the butterscotches. Now we got to get the butterscotches. Oh, my gosh. This guy is fancy. He's Mr. Fancy Pants over there in jail.
Yeah, I figure the old man candies are probably the ones that don't sell out the fastest.
Old man candies?
Yeah, the root beer barrels, butterscotch, the mint, you know.
This man
What
loves
sells
his
out
root
the
beer.
fastest?
What's that?
What sells out the fastest?
Jolly Ranchers, sour fruit balls,
Oh, okay.
things like that.
Gotcha.
Of course, I order for the sour fruit balls just in case they're actually back in stock. I'd like to try them out at some point.
So you know what Jolly Ranchers are like, so.
Well, yes, they're delicious, which is, why I'm really bummed that I can.
I never spoke to anybody or heard anybody talk about candy that makes candy literally sound gross. Stephan STERNS makes everybody want to become a diabetic.
Pretty much never freaking get them.
We have lemon drops?
Yeah, they got like lemon heads, lemon drops.
Oh, okay.
But they're more expensive.
You must be pursing your lips when you get those.
Well, I haven't gotten any because they're over $2 for a pack of them.
Wow, okay.
And
You're talking about one of those little box packs or a bag?
I'm not sure. I guess I could order them to find out, but I'd rather get stuff that I know I'm getting better bang for my buck. So anyway.
I can't believe it took you going to jail to learn how to budget.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
Silver linings.
Yeah. If there is one.
Yeah, it took me going to jail to have some clarity on a lot of shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's really most important in life, how cavalier and careless I've been, and with all the people and things.
Is that how you describe what you did to Maddie? Cavalier and careless? Cavalier and careless. Big shout out to Hail Mary 999 Super Chat says, for the building fund, take us to church. I hear you. Pastor Strategic. Somebody got to make me a Pastor Strategic emoji. Pastor Strategic. Wow. Careless and cavalier. That's how he describes his interactions with Maddie. Careless and cavalier. Let's keep going.
And whatnot that I love and enjoy. And
Can I ask you a personal question, Stephan?
Let's see what you got.
Sure.
Did anybody ever abuse you sexually?
Okay.
I don't know about abuse, but
Hold on here. If you didn't hear that, because Plunder's watermark came on, his mother asked him if anyone has ever done something essay untoward him. Okay? You guys understand what I'm saying, right? Okay, because of the YouTube moderators. This is an excellent question. His response, go ahead, we're at 3148. Let's listen to his response.
Yeah.
What's really most important in life, how cavalier and careless I've been, and with all the people and things and whatnot that I love and enjoy. And
Can I ask you a personal question, Stephan?
Sure.
Did anybody ever abuse you sexually?
I don't know about abuse, but I mean, I was kind of sexualized early on.
By who?
Kids in the neighborhood. I had my first French kiss when I was 6 years old. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Remember Nick Poland on False Stars Court?
Was it him?
No, it was his sister,
Oh.
Samantha.
Uh-huh.
We were all playing hide and seek. I hid the closet. She found me and planted one on me, and there was her tongue.
Yeah, so kissing a girl with tongue at 6 turns you into a pedophile. Come on, buddy. Let's keep going. He's grasping for straws. Come on. Let's keep going.
Well, she has her mother as a great example.
Well, she was also
Is there anybody that can say anything about anyone that Deborah Stearns is not going to have a snide, evil remark about?
Oh, hell no!
I mean, she's all in Stearns all day, every day. Like there's nobody who's not an enemy of Stephan STERNS, according to his mother. Like, she's got a. All right, so were you Miss Perfect? Like, I guess you're Miss Perfect, Because that girl who allegedly, if we believe that story, tongue kissed Stephan STERNS, she's not sitting in prison right now for doing the unthinkable. All these kids, all these people, all these roommates, all the people that Deborah has a problem with, they're not in Stern's shoes. All the losers, all the grifters, all the this and the that, the people that she has something horrible to say about, they're not in Osceola County Jail facing capital punishment for what they did against helpless young people. Your son is. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, man.
A year or two older than us, so who knows what the hell was going on there.
So she was just experimenting. Somebody told her about it. She was trying it.
And then, of course, a lot of the kids in the neighborhood used to go around flashing, and me included, girls used to flash me and stuff, and I don't know, it was a weird time. The 90s were a weird time.
Yeah, he's grasping for straws. Basically, nothing happened to him but the average childhood. That's it. What he described is something every single one of us watching this stream can say happened at least one time in our life growing up. Somebody flashed you, somebody kissed you, somebody pinched your butt. Your age, of course, hopefully. I mean, unfortunately, some of us will have some stories that are outliers that are much more horrible. But we're talking about what he's describing right now about kids his age doing things kids his age do. And he's grasping for straws and sympathy so much that this is his excuse as to why he grew up to become a PT file. Let's keep going.
Yeah. I mean, even the next door neighbor, Diane, used to, show me what she had going on, so.
Who's Diane?
In California.
The old lady next door?
Her daughter.
Oh.
Our granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, well, anyway. So.
Well, it's just that, they say that sometimes when you, like children, that you have been an abused child, and it was intimated.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean to say the S words my darn self. Did you hear that? His mother basically conceded that her son is attracted to juveniles. She just said, that when you like the C word, that you have been abused as a C, and it was into imitated or intimated. What the fuck? Excuse my language. I'm over here cursing. I'm trying to read this and I don't understand what I'm reading because it doesn't make sense. I don't know what this AI is writing, but she just conceded that her son is a PT file. She just conceded that. She conceded that. Thank you, April, for saying bless you. Wow. I want to go back a little bit. And big shout out to Hail Mary with a 1999 super chat says, actualized at a young age, FOH, SS, DS, CC, deranged. I agree with you. I want to go back just a tad bit. This got to make sense.
Go around flashing, and me included, girls used to flash me and stuff, and I don't know, it was a weird time. The 90s were a weird time.
Yeah, it's pretty promiscuous.
Yeah. I mean, even the next door neighbor, Diane, used to, show me what she had going on, so.
Who's Diane?
In California.
The old lady next door?
Her daughter.
Oh.
Our granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, well, anyway. So.
Well, it's just that, they say that sometimes when you, like children, that you have been an abused child, and it was intimated that perhaps we had abused you in some way.
No, he has never did. And strictly speaking, I'm not actually into younger people like that.
Oh, this is disgusting. He said, I'm actually not into younger people like that. He's trying to pivot a little bit, but like that. He can't even say a hard no. He's trying to pivot a little bit. He's trying to, minimize what she's saying, deflect. But his spirit, his subconscious, his psyche won't allow him to 100% lie. So he mitigates. He says like that for 99.99999, the rest of us would be like, but I'm not into that at all. That's not me. I would never. He says, like that. You guys heard that? This call is hardcore. This call is no joke.
Well, it's just that, they say that sometimes when you, like children, that you have been an abused child, and it was intimated that perhaps we had abused you in some way.
No, he has never did. And strictly speaking, I'm not actually into younger people like that. As you know, I don't even like most kids, so it's just hard to feel a generalized attraction towards any of them.
Just Maddie was special, huh? Yeah, just Maddie. I get you. I get it. Big shout out to Nene Nut with the $5 super stick. I appreciate you. This is sick. This one's real sick. Fuento Fitness $5 super chat says, see how DS talks about women? She taught SS gender-based hatred. Also, he doesn't have to like children to objectify them and treat them as non-human. Well said. Said in a scholarly way. Well said, Fuento Fitness. Well said. Rosie Rose 80 with a $5 super chat says, this guy is full of himself with his unintelligent voice. Is that wrong, Strategic Eyes? No, you're 100% correct. I'm with you too. Very good comments. Appreciate you guys. Let's keep going.
Was it just her, or was it other people as well?
I can't get into specific details, but
That's an excellent question. His mother's destroying him. Now we liking what Deborah's saying. You're doing a good job now, Deborah. We've been going so hard on Deborah because she's been making herself into the villain. We're going to give her another cheer because she's doing a good job. Deborah, you are working for the prosecution right now. Finally, you are working on the side of justice, Deborah. Can I get an amen, Deborah? Deborah, excellent questions. Excellent questions. Was it just her? We got to go back. Did you guys hear what Deborah Stearns just said to her son? We're going to go back. Listen to this.
into younger people like that. As you know, I don't even like most kids, so it's just hard to feel a generalized attraction towards any of them.
Was it just her, or was it other people as well?
I can't get into specific details, but no, it was...
He deflects. She says, was it just her or other people as well? So we all know she's talking about juvies. That's what we all know that off the gate. She's talking about juvies. And she asks, was it just her? We know that the her is a juvie. Or was it other people as well? People means juvie, because that's what we're talking about. And he deflects. I can't get into specific details.
Not a thing with anybody. It was...
What you said? Those rat. They redacted what he just said. He said something bad. He said something bad, and they redacted that. Oh, he said something bad, and they redacted that. We're gonna bring that back, but I gotta show love. You guys know how to go on how we do on this channel. I gotta go show love. We'll get back to it. Big shout out to Kimberly Fire, who's a White Shield, celebrating 6 months, or 4 months rather, of membership as a White Shield. Appreciate you. Says, almost 6 minutes behind, but it's not a confidence that a 6 minutes behind. I'm learning Stephan is allegedly abnormal usage of 6-year-old considering. Okay. It's very interesting. I think I must have read that crazy. I am tired, but I think I understand what she was saying. Friend of Crow says, $10 super chat says, I literally just can't. They must be exhausting after doing all those mental gymnastics to absolve him of accountability. It's disgusting. Absolutely. Lenore Biorli with a $1.99 super sticker. And Blade Runner says, the mother is in denial and love the show. From watching you and really listening, you've made me want to be a better father and a part of the community. Please do be a better father. Be a part of the community. Protect your children. Love your children. Make Strategic proud. I'm counting on you. I believe in you. Now, I want to go back to Kimberly Fine because I love my White Shield members. I want to make sure I read her comment correctly. If she wrote it crazy, then it's not my fault, but I want to do her justice. She said, almost 6 minutes behind, but it's not a confidence that at 6 minutes behind, I'm learning Stephan is alleging abnormal usage at 6. All right, so it's written a little funky. I apologize that I'm not reading it the way that you intended it to be read, but that's how it's kind of processing when I read it. Big shout out to Hound Lover, who's a recruit member, and Hail Mary with a $10 super chat says, sickest call yet. Can we have group therapy later to process this absolute effery? Wow. You're 100% correct. This one's crazy. All right, let's do it.
All right, got it.
But I don't want to get too much into details or
Yeah, I know.
confirm or deny anything officially, anything that could possibly be used against me. I mean, I haven't seen the inside of a courtroom yet, so it would be kind of stupid to be making anything that could be construed as an admission of guilt.
Yeah, no, I was just
late,
wondering who I needed to go Mama Bear on if they had hurt you as a child.
No, unfortunately, shit was just weird back in the night.
Why don't you be Mama Bear for Maddie? Huh? She slept in your house. She spent time with you. She ate your food. She slept in your bed. She slept in your bed, Deborah. She was almost like a grandchild to you. Why don't you be Mama Bear for her? Or maybe you are. I mean, you're asking questions that's pretty much going to send him to old Sparky. So maybe you are being Mama Bear. Maybe we're doing some like reverse psychology kind of thing. Maybe you playing three-dimensional chess. Strategic is over here playing checkers, and Deborah's playing three-dimensional chess. She's actually helping the prosecution. I apologize. I got it all wrong. Big shout out to Lino Baroli with a 99-cent super chat, and Neptune Rain with a $5 super chat says, Strategic, just wanted to say thank you for all you do. From a Canadian here, this is just so disturbing, honestly, or disgusting, honestly. I mean, he is discussing. This is, bleh. I hear you. Wow.
Unfortunately, I got exposed to all that stuff pretty early on.
What did you get exposed to?
Okay.
He didn't say anything. He had an opportunity to make his point as to why, he got socialized into doing all these horrible things. And all he told us is some girl tongue kissed him and somebody else showed them their chest. All of these is neighborhood kids his age. That's the source of his trauma that made him grow up into a pedophile? Come on, man. Let's keep going.
Yeah, so, but none of it was your guys' fault.
Well, that makes me feel better.
I would hope you'd feel better. You have nothing to feel bad about in that regard. I mean, it might have been a little more heavy on the discipline than I would have cared for, but,
Well, look what I had for an example of when I was growing up.
Yeah,
And I didn't treat you as bad as my mother treated me, so.
Yeah.
And you probably would have been a better father.
What? This is crazy. I got to go back for that. Leonore is like, give me a shout out, Strategic. You already did. I said 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Leonore. Borelli, appreciate you for supporting the channel. Let's go back because she's talking about being a better father and stuff. I got to get some context on that. Let's go back.
Well, that makes me feel better.
I would hope you'd feel better. You have nothing to feel bad about in that regard. It might have been a little more heavy on the discipline than I would have cared for, but,
Well, look what I had for an example of when I was growing up.
Yeah,
And I didn't treat you as bad.
I don't think that she was enough on the discipline. He's saying she was heavy on the discipline. He grew up to be a worthless slob who can't keep a job, can't keep things clean, takes a shower every 3 days. Like, what did he learn from all this heavy discipline to grow up to being a man-child where these heavy disciplinary parents, or at least disciplinary mother, is still paying all his bills, paying his rent, buying his toys and trinkets? Like, how tough could Deborah have been? It doesn't seem like she's ever held him accountable for anything. So I'm confused as to what Stearns is talking about. But let's keep going.
As my mother treated me, so.
yeah.
And you probably would have been a better father.
But, anyway, there's no point in getting into that.
No.
A while back I would have joked around and said, hey, but I turned out fine, but I can't really say that right now.
Okay.
So,
No, can't say that.
But
Thank you for acknowledging that, Deborah. She said, no, can't say that. You didn't turn out fine, but let's keep going.
you know, I'm praying every day and still holding out hope and praying to Jesus and asking for his help and his mercy.
So here he's going. His call is winding down. He got asked for more money again, so now he's going to go back to Jesus. He got to go back to Jesus again because, you know, he need that money. I need that money. He need that money. He got to get more barrel candies. I got to get all the barrel candies. So he need to get that money. Big shout out to Leonore Borelli with another 99-cent super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. He need that money. So now he's going back to Jesus because he knows that Jesus is what ropes mommy in. Jesus ropes mommy in. When mommy start asking him questions, because they all start asking him questions, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and regardless of how much his parents want to support him, they know that their son is a pedophile. They know their son is an unaliver. They know this. So at the end of the day, they're always going to go back to try and ask questions because as parents, they want to understand what really happened. Why are we here? As much as they love him and as much as they want to support him, they still want to know, how did we get here? So those questions keep coming up, and that's when he feels he's losing them. And when he thinks he's losing them, that's when he goes back to what each one of them wants to hear. And one thing that Deborah wants to hear is Jesus. Deborah loves to hear about the Jesus. And once she starts talking about Jesus, well, Deborah forgets about the fact that her son is a pedophile, and then he can start talking about the money. Let's keep going.
Asking him to help deliver me from this if it's possible, and to continue to give me the strength to endure it and get through it, and to continue watching out for her, take care of her.
There's no problem with.
Don't say a prayer for Maddie, bro.
In the best place she can be.
We'll pray for Maddie. She's good. Don't say a prayer for Maddie, Stephan. She doesn't need your prayer, Stephan. We will pray for Maddie. Please.
Not here.
Yep.
1 minute remaining.
I'm sorry.
These things go so fast.
I know.
Well, I'm not going to be able to call you again tonight just because it's already really late, and by the time the cool-down period is over, it's going to be like 10 minutes until the phone system shuts off.
Okay, darling. So try again.
I will call you back tomorrow evening, though, and I'll try to get an earlier start at it, okay?
Okay, love you.
I love you too, Mama Bear. I love you, Dad.
Love you too.
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
All right. I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is that Hail Mary with a $9.99 super chat says, "Oh, Sparky, welcome committee." And Cecilia Holstrom is now a recruit member. That's the good news. The bad news is I gave you guys an hour and 2-minute show so far. And as I told you, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. The only reason why I was animated is because I literally drank adrenaline in a can before coming on here. Because the last thing I want to do is come on here like, yeah, guys, oh, what are you talking about? What? Oh, you asking for barrel candy? It would not be an entertaining show. It would not be a show worth watching if I'm half asleep on the live. So I drank adrenaline in a can and I'm going crazy, but I'm starting to crash now. I'm starting to crash because I've been up for a very long time and I'm tired and I got to get up in the morning and I didn't even take a shower yet. All right. So I got to take a shower, do all that good stuff, then go to bed. So we're going to end the show here. We're not going to do a call-in show or anything like that. We're going to end the show here. Big shout out with Paula Mesa with a $5 super chat. Says, I must say it again. I love your lives. There's so much fun and the life lessons are fire. Appreciate you. This is what we are trying to do. We're trying to reach people. All right. We're trying to reach people in a way that everybody could get something from the show, that you can understand and you can respect the fact that we're being respectful to the topic. We're being respectful to the victims. We're giving a voice to the victim, but at the same time, we're not leaving you here crying. We don't want you to walk away from the show broken and crying. We want you to walk away from the show educated and uplifted. All right. And that's the goal. All right. That's where we're going with this show. All right. So I appreciate you guys immensely for showing love and for supporting me. We have almost 900 people that was watching at any given time at almost midnight. That's huge, man. That's freaking huge. That's huge that so many people are willing to come and check the show out. Guys, I do have to say that we cover other topics other than Maddie, so we have a lot of other shows that I've dropped recently. You should go take a look at victims that need their voices heard, okay? So please do consider go and watch those shows, not to benefit me, to benefit those victims so that their voices are heard. We covered a heavy topic last night about a young woman whose father did the unthinkable to her and also did unthinkable things to her body. Like she can't even rest in peace intact after what her father did to her. That girl's voice needs to be heard. Her name needs to be said. Go check that video out. Show love to that. Be a part of this movement. Give a voice to the voiceless. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a membership. We have 36 new members because of your generosity who are joining us on this journey. We'll have a free month membership to see if they want to continue their membership with True Crime Strategic. We hope that after your month free membership is over, that you continue to be a member and support the channel. We also have a Patreon where we drop exclusive content that we can't put on YouTube because Patreon does not moderate me. I can be and say whatever I want on Patreon, and I appreciate that platform for giving me that opportunity. And that Patreon is available for $5. So if you want to join, go ahead and join. All right. We appreciate you. And you should join for free as well, because we do drop things. It is rare, but we do drop things on occasion for free on Patreon. So if you're not a paid tier member, you can still get that free stuff that we drop from time to time. But most of our stuff is behind a paywall, and I'll be honest with you with that. So if you want to join, know that you'll probably have to pay to get the full experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys immensely for showing me love. Tanta37 says, let's help retire strategic early off the job. Well, if I can help it, I'm not retiring early, but I got a year and a half to do, and that's not a long time. So like I said, if this becomes something beautiful, I'll retire on time, God willing, and I'll give you guys my full attention. But like I was going to say, guys, it's time for me to wrap this bad boy up. So let me get the outro ready. I'll see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace.